Oh, good afternoon. My name is Chris Catlin. I'm the Executive Director of Cambodia Action. And with me in Phnom Penh City, the capital city of Cambodia, is Sharon Catlin. Sharon is one of our newest team members in Cambodia Action. And I'm just going to ask you a question, Sharon. Welcome. Thank you for taking your time. Sharon, why do you think it's still necessary to come to Cambodia?
Okay, well, I was first called to Cambodia back in 1984. So after 35 years, you might think, why still Cambodia? I only arrived here this year. So for me, there are three main reasons. The first is that it was the Great Commission. It's to the whole world. Cambodia is one of those nations of the world. Therefore, for me, it still stands. The second reason is that here in Cambodia, there are still people need to hear the gospel. There are still people who are physically and spiritually blind, who need to have their eyes opened, who are deaf, who need to have their ears opened, that we need to support, who need to hear and receive God's wisdom, God's grace and God's love, just as there are in our own countries. Cambodia is no different in that sense. Then the third reason is because I believe that God called me 35 years ago. I don't know why that season didn't happen then, but I know that He's called me in this season. And that I found by coming here 35 years later, there's still a job for me to do in this season.
I'm in the city of Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia, and with me is Zoran, one of our team members that have been here a number of years. Zoran, I'd just like to ask you one question. Why do you think it's necessary for people to still come to Cambodia?
Well, I think as Christians, we're now part of the worldwide family of God, where there's no nation, there's no Jew, no Greek. And we were told from the very beginning to go into all the world and preach the gospel. And I think we're also sent to help our brothers and sisters in churches around the world. And for Cambodia, now is a particular time of opportunity. After the horrendous period of the Pol Pot era, there's been a lot of reconstruction within the country, and the country is very open to the gospel, very open to Christians. Christians have established a good reputation for bringing help and assistance, and therefore when they come, they're generally welcome. So I would say that if someone has got a heart to serve, and they've got some expertise, it could be technical, it could be they've got spiritual maturity, they've got experience in church leadership or some kind of ministry, and they've got a heart to serve, and primarily to raise the capacity of Cambodian brothers and sisters who have been faithful in serving God, then Cambodia is an ideal place for someone who is considering mission, perhaps feeling a call in their life, perhaps like us. My wife and I, we retired from our secular jobs. We've always had a heart for missions, and we find ourselves here in Cambodia as senior people, respected for our age, which is very nice. We have a heart just to see young people who we feel are almost like our children and grandchildren, or nieces and nephews. Just being able to support and encourage them, to see them rising up and fulfilling what God wants them to do now in their own nation. So whether it's long term or perhaps just for a few years, I would say that Cambodia is one of the most open countries at the moment for somebody to come and serve God in. And anybody looking at this, I would say pray about Cambodia and ask the Lord if He wants you here.
So, you've heard the stories, the testimonies of what God is doing and has done here in Cambodia. What about you? I'd like to challenge you to think about, what about you coming to Cambodia as well? Is this the place that God possibly could be calling you to? If you would like to get more information, why don't you contact us? Go to our website at www.cambodiaaction.org and get in touch. We'd love to hear from you and hear about what God wants to do in your life. bless you and thank you for listening.